Hello my crafty friends, it's Jelly Bean, and it is week 4 of our summer craft hop giveaway, and this is the last week for our projects that we're showing. So next week will be drawings only, and most of the channels are having all of their drawings next weekend sometime. You'll have to visit each channel, and the links will be below, to find out when they're doing their giveaways. Now, I apologize, this video was supposed to be up on Saturday, and I've been a little under the weather. Sometimes my back does not let me do everything I'd like to do. I've had 4 back surgeries, so it makes it hard. But anyway, I apologize for not having it here on Saturday, but we're here now, and I have a fabulous giveaway for this week. So, this week's project, first of all, let me go over the rules for the hop. Getting a little ahead of myself here. The hop, there are 6 channels participating in the hop, myself included, and there is a grand prize of $30. PayPal credit. In order to be eligible for the grand prize, you need to visit all 6 channels. Links are in the description. And you need to go and comment on all the videos throughout the hop. We've done it for 4 weeks, so each channel will have 4 videos. And you need to comment and like each of the videos. And Carrie, handcrafted by Carrie, who is the host of the hop, will be doing that drawing next weekend. So that is everything on the hop. Now, I have been doing giveaways each week. Instead of doing all the drawings at the end, I've been doing them each week. Last week, Jacqueline, Hand of the Queen, won the embellishment box I made last week. Congratulations again, Jacqueline. And Lisa won the paintbrush that I made. And oh my goodness, my mind just went blank. I can't even remember who won the first week's prize. But anyway, congratulations to all the winners thus far. I still have one more giveaway. And since I'm a day late, a couple days late, on my video, I'm not going to do the drawing until the 1st. That'll give everyone all of next weekend to be able to go and comment on the videos and everything. Because this week's prize is really special. It is to me. It's something that I really, really like, and it's hard to part with, but I'm going to share it. So I'll tell y'all a little bit more about that here in a minute. I want to go ahead and share with you my project for this week. And I decided to do something a little simple. Not only because I've been a little under the weather, but because everyone doesn't have everything to do all these big, you know, projects with the die cut machine, and the, you know, even some people don't have a paper trimmer. So I went a little simple this week with something that I felt like everyone would be able to do without a lot of supplies. And I had went to Dollar Tree months ago when I first started swapping, and I was just picking up little things that I thought would be nice to include as a goodie in some of the swaps that I was beginning to do. And they had these magnetic bookmark packs of 6. Now, I've used them all out of here, and I had bought like 3 or 4 packs of them. So I thought, I really didn't like the colors and all that they had. See, they're just a little bookmark that goes a magnet on each side. You can see the inside, and it just goes together like that. And I really didn't like all the colors that they had. They had some browns and stuff, but they did have cute little sayings on them and stuff. But I wanted to do them differently. So what I've done, as you can see, is I have done them differently. And I've done all different kind of little styles and everything, and you do not need any kind of machine to do any of this, because I was gonna do a craft with me with this, but I just honestly I forgot my blood pressure medicine to put it in my little thing, and I didn't take it, and I ended up with a migraine headache all day due to my blood pressure, so I didn't get to do the craft with me. But it's so simple. You just take the bookmark and you can cover it with a piece of ribbon, you can cover it with a piece of washi tape. I mean, everybody's got washi, even if you put 2 layers of the thin washi tape. And you know, you just trim it, or you can glue a piece of paper on it, which is mostly what I've done here. I just glued a piece of paper on top, turned it over, trimmed it around, and then decorated the front with whatever you have. And you can put gems on it, you can put butterflies, flowers, just a sentiment, you know. You can put anything you want on these. Well, in the process of doing these, I ran out, and I thought, well, I wanted to do a few more with the lace on it. Y'all know me, I really like the shabby. So I'm just gonna give y'all a close-up of all of them. And so I went to Dollar Tree, and I was gonna buy another pack of them to do more with the lace. And I went to 3 different Dollar Trees, and they didn't have them. And I thought, oh wow, this is great, because this is what I was going to do my project on. So I thought, well, you know what? This is not something that's a big deal. So what I did is I had some business card magnets, and those magnets that you buy, I had bought them a long time ago and still had a little stack of them for when you just stick your business card on the front so they can put it on the refrigerator. And I had a roll of magnets, and I had this thing that my mother had given me, which was a magnet that goes on the side of the car. So I had like sheets of magnets that I could use, and I decided to go ahead and just cut some of those. And I took the car magnet, and I was gonna show y'all something. First of all, let me show you this. In the process, I found this magnet, which is significantly bigger, that I had bought to put in a book that I'm making for my mother. And I thought, you know what, I like them bigger like this because I can put more on them and decorate them better. So I took the car magnet that I had, just grab this real quick and show you. This is what's left of it. I cut, I just took and cut strips, and I made some more small ones like this, see? And I just did the same thing. I just covered them with the paper and then trimmed around it. These don't have the round corners, but you can round them. I found that it did punch reasonably easy in my corner puncher, but you have to be careful because it's so thin. It makes it kind of wonky, so that's why I didn't do this one. But I made this one out of it, and I started making a couple more that were bigger like this. And this is one that I made like this, and there's a reason why I don't have it in there. I'm gonna show y'all something else here in a minute. And I made this one. Now I tried to keep it reasonably flat, so if you wanted to use it in a book, it wouldn't be too bulky. But I started thinking, what else could you use these for? And I thought, wow, what if you take a card and you put this on there, and it's part of the card. You could put it in the center, on the side, decorate more, or just leave it like this. I have smaller cards that, I know this isn't the right color to put this on, but just for an example, on a smaller card like this, and I don't remember the size, but you could just put it in the center, and that could be your card. And not only are you giving a card, but you're giving a gift that can be used for other purposes as a bookmark, and plus it makes a really pretty card. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, what if we took And this is one of the little composition books from the Dollar Tree, and I've just covered it with some paper. And I did this a while back. I was doing Christmas ones and I didn't finish a couple of them, but just to show you, I covered it with paper and then put your bookmark on it like this. It does go on there. And see, now you've got a decorated little composition book that you can give as a gift with a bookmark that they can reuse in their book they're reading, or use it in the little notebook. So I thought this was a really cute idea. I made a couple more with the magnet sheets. I've got them on the card so you can see. And this one here is just a piece of ribbon, and the only thing I did was glued the ribbon and then cut it off. And I did, see, it's a piece of this car magnet, and you know, then all I did was just burn lightly the edges of the ribbon so it wouldn't fray before I put anything on it. But you can use ribbon, you can use paper, you can use washi tape, you can use contact paper. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can cover them and decorate them any way you want to. And I just thought these were really cute and something simple that everyone could do. I mean, you can make one sideways and put it on, you know, the side of your card like that. So it could be a card, it could be a notebook, or you can just put it in a little packaging and have a bookmark. So that is my project for this week. It is very simple. I really don't think y'all need a tutorial on it. If someone would like it, I will do it, but I will tell you it'll be a while. I am working on trying to finish up the tutorial on the embellishment box. So I'm doing that, and I have another project I'm working on that my friend has been very patient with me, and I still owe her something, and I've got to really make that up to her because she sent hers a long time ago. So anyway, this is the project for this week. Now let's get to the giveaway. I'm so excited, y'all. You just don't know how much I love what I'm gonna give away. Okay, I decided to share with y'all some of, well, not some, it's a lot. I am going to give away over 65 yards of my vintage lace and trims. And now, I'll be honest, not all of it is vintage, but a lot of it is. My grandmother, both of my grandmothers were crafters. One did quilts, one crocheted, one did paper crafts, one did felt crafts, one made Christmas tree skirts. They just both did a wide array of just about everything. And when they passed away, I acquired most of all their craft stuff. My mother got some and I got some, so I've got a quite an abundant amount of vintage lace. So I want to share it with y'all, and I'm gonna show you quickly what, I'm not gonna sit here and demonstrate everything. First of all, I am sharing some bead trim. Now I'm giving 5 yards of this larger bead trim, and this is the smaller bead trim with the iridescent on it. 3 yards of this, 5 yards, 3 yards, depending on how much of everything that I had is what I'm giving. I'm also giving 24 inches of this. No, this is 18 inches, I'm sorry. And this is a gold bling style ribbon. It's really soft, it's not hard like those other ones. 18 inches of that one. This one's a little bit stiffer, but 18 inches of this one. Nothing will be shorter than 18 inches. Okay, these are all, let me double check to make sure, because I cut all these yesterday. So these are approximately 24 inches, approximately. They may be an inch shorter or inch longer, but this is a beautiful vintage lace that is a little over 4 inches wide. You're gonna get that. This is a very dainty lace that's got the hearts in the top of it that is real wide. You're going to get this piece. This is a very delicate little tiny lace that was removed from some kind of lingerie or something. That this is really pretty. This is not run through the center, it's actually embroidered. I don't even know if I said that right, but also I've got some pink satin ribbon. I have this really wide, now for those of you who make junk journals, this is beautiful as a pocket. So you're gonna get some of this. I have this beautiful pink right here. Now some of these that are vintage have the yellowing on them, but you know, that's just the way vintage lace is sometimes. This is a really pretty blue. I hope I'm in frame. I can't see my camera. This is a mint green, y'all. I never had seen mint green lace, and this is one of my favorite laces, but I am sharing it with y'all. This is a real pretty beige. These are all really wide laces. Let's see. And this is like a crocheted lace. This is a crocheted ruffled lace. This is a really cool trim. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like it's embossed. It's really cool, and it's kind of satiny feeling. Here is another really delicate lace. Now there's over 65 yards of this, y'all, so it's gonna take me a minute. This is pleated. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? These are beautiful in journals. Beautiful. Okay, I'm also throwing in some of the golden white eyelash trim. This is a really pretty ribbon, and I don't know if it's gonna pick up how pretty it really is, but it is metallic thread embroidered ribbon, and I'm gonna put some of that in there. Everything you see is what's going in the bag of what you're gonna get. I have some eyelet ribbon. This is a really wide ruffled one, and I have a small ruffled one. This was a really cool. Now I'm getting into the ones that you're getting at least a yard of. The eyelets you're getting at least a yard of. This was a really cool trim with the ribbon in the center and the lace on each side. This is a mauvey pink ruffled, like crochet trim almost. Here is another, and now you're getting a yard of this. This is a very dainty, almost like a wedding fabric lace. You're getting that. And this is another one of my favorites, y'all, but I am going to share a yard. That's the back. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that scalloped edge. I love this. It is one of my favorites. I've used that on tags. It's real pretty to put a tag. Okay, here's some very vintage crochet trim. I'm putting some of that in there. I have some of these embroidered trims. I have it in pink and orange. Sometimes you have to say what were our grandmas thinking, huh? But this is really cute in some of the projects, especially like a belly band, or to put a strip to put your paper clips on for the little altered paper clips. I have some of this double-sided, yard of that. This is a really cool trim. I know this may not be vintage, but it's cream and white. It's really nice. You're getting a yard of that. And this is crocheted trim, and it is very, very pretty, but you're getting a yard of that. And a yard of this crochet trim. Make sure y'all can see here. And this crochet trim, And I got a couple pieces of fabric too. And here's some lace here that is flat lace. Get some of that. This is a real dainty embroidered trim here. Now you're gonna get 3 yards of this, 3 yards of this, 3 yards of this, or is it 2? It may be 2. Hang on. Yeah, it's 2 yards. 2 yards of this and 2 yards of this. And you're going to get 2 yards of this. Now, this is very vintage, and there are spots on here where it's like tea stained, but it's really pretty. It's got the embroidered weaved in ribbon into the crochet, but you'll get 2 yards of that. Here is an off-white eyelet that you'll get 2 yards of. Here's another crochet. I love this crochet, y'all, and you're gonna get 2 yards of this. Isn't that beautiful? 2 yards of that one. And this, you talk about shabby. This is shabby, y'all. This is almost a pleated, ruffled, I don't know, but it is really shabby, really pretty, and it's off-white. Here is a really delicate, very pretty little trim that's really pretty. Now you're getting 2 yards of all these that I'm showing you. 2 yards of this one, 2 yards of this one. Now I know this one isn't vintage, but I did have quite a bit of it, so I decided to share 2 yards of this. And this is almost like y'all remember, I'm gonna tell my age here. Remember when they used to put the ruffles on the rubber pants for the little girls? This is almost what that reminds me of, the little rubber pants ruffles. But you get 2 yards of that, very dainty looking. Also 2 yards of this trim here. And this is another one of my favorites, but I had enough to share, so I'm going to give 2 yards of this. Now there's a twist in this giveaway this week, y'all, so stay tuned. Also 2 yards of this. And to top it off, I have this really cool star fabric, and it's like a organza material with metallic stars in it. I don't know if y'all can tell they're metallic, but this is really cool to use. I have cut out butterfly wings and dragonfly wings out of it. It's really neat. I also have some of this iridescent fabric material, and I'm putting a little piece of that in there. And more goodies. Also, now these are some pieces that I have left over for some projects, but I thought maybe someone could use them in junk journals. So this is a very thick ruffle trim, and so soft. This is so soft, very vintagey. If you're doing a vintage junk journal, this is perfect. Also, here is a piece of trim that I have that it's got these embroiders in here. You could actually cut the tassels off and just use that, but I'm including a piece of that. I'm including a piece of this, which is the long tassel trim like you buy for upholstery and curtains and stuff like that. But I have seen people use them in junk journals, and I've also seen recently a lady that took these apart and they kind of fuzzed out, and she used them up under some flowers that look cool. I'm gonna try some of that. And I have a piece of the off-white in the same thing that I'm giving a pretty good sized piece of that. So that is all the ribbons and trims and the fabric. But I also have some, I found these at a yard sale or something, or my dad found them, but these are books and they are vintage. This is from the theme of Rocky. This is the Rocky theme, and it is the music paper, and it is yellowed vintage, but I'm including a book of that. And I also have this choir music book, which is yellowed a little bit more, and I'm including a book of that. And excuse me, y'all. Just to top it off, I'm including 5 of these. These are not vintage, but everybody likes them. The newsprint treat bags. These are like 10 by 13. They're good size. So you can tell how big the music pages are too. But this is this week's prize. And I'm not going to draw for it until the 1st. And I have 1 or 2 other little things that I will include that I'm not going to show, that's going to be an extra surprise. But to be eligible for this giveaway, you're going to like my video, comment in the video. I want you to leave a comment, and I have to replace that one. It's got a dot or something. I'll make sure there's 5 new ones. But anyway, leave a comment, like the video, and I'm gonna give you a way to get an extra entry. If you get someone to come over to this video, comment below, and tell me that you sent them, I will put your name in the pot an extra time. So you have a double chance of winning this pile of goodies right here. So send me a new subscriber and have them, they have to subscribe, but send me a new subscriber and have them comment below that you sent them, and I will give you an additional entry. So you don't have to send anything in, it's free to do. So y'all come on, I want a bunch of names in my box to draw from this week. I might get my grandson to draw it again too. So he got upset that I didn't let him do it last time. So anyway, I thank y'all for watching the video. Don't forget to check out all the ladies' videos in the hop, and go and subscribe to their channels and comment on their videos so you can get entered into the grand prize drawing. And y'all have a crafty day. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me. My email will be below. Have a crafty day, and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye for now.